Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for June 15th, Thursday. And before we get into the watch list, let's take a look at some news that came out after the bell on June 15th, after hours. Special counsel Robert Mueller is investigating President Trump for possible obstruction of justice, sources say, Washington Post. So we have that actually hitting the markets. Here's a 5-minute chart after hours of the SPY, and you can see that we're losing ground here on the SPY. And the S&P futures, I'll go ahead and bring those over for you. Dow futures down 42.5, S&P futures down 7, and the Nasdaq futures down 25. Let's go right into what we have on store for tomorrow. And in case you were under a rock or not looking at the market today, we did have the FOMC meeting announcement. They raised it by 1/4 point, and I think we're at 1.25 now. And then Yellen came and did a presser. She answered questions. Some people are saying she's hawkish, some dovish, some neutral. So I guess she did what she's supposed to do, keep the market guessing. So good job there by Janet Yellen. So nobody knows. And for tomorrow, for earnings, before the bell, we have Kroger, we have SOL, a solar name, YGE, another solar name, and then after the bell, Finisar, FNSR, and that's for tomorrow, June 15th. Let's see, do we have any overnight stuff tonight from other China or Japan? No. And so we'll go right into what we have. 8:30, we have a bunch of stuff coming out. Initial jobless claims, import, export prices. 8:30, Philadelphia Fed Business Outlook Survey. 8:30 a.m., Empire State Survey. Industrial production at 9:15. 10 o'clock, housing market numbers. 10:30, nat gas information. And that's about it for tomorrow for economic information. So we'll get this out of our way. And let me go back up and let's see if there was any information we need for... Okay, so we had PSDV, CEO purchased over 56,000 shares. PSDV. Anything else? MRCC CEO purchased close to 17,000 shares at $14.95. In syndicate news, Apple filed form, I don't even know what this form is, 424B2, so I'm not sure what that is, but Apple did that after the bell for syndicate news, so I'm not sure what that is. PACB announces proposed public offering of common stock. Cantor will be running that show for that. OAKS, a public offering of additional shares of common stock, 4 million shares. JMP is the manager on that. LMTH, that's this one right here. Secondary offering, and that's at 3 million shares. IOTS announced public offering. So some more offerings came out. Let's see if there was anything else. ROX reported ROX, that's that beverage company, break-even earnings. And they were up in after hours. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let me scroll down here and see if there was anything else. Okay, HTGM had news after the bell. And they have a new deal with OGEN, and we'll look at that chart in a few moments. We talked about the Trump news, showed you the Donald Trump news, and IDXG was also up in after hours. So there's some news after the bell, and we'll just take a quick look at the Qs, okay, because that has been the week exchange at the moment, but we still are holding above the 50 SMA. Everybody's kind of watching this 137.50 area, 138, and then just keep this in mind, the 50 SMA is at 137.14 in case we get a test of that, maybe tomorrow. IBB was holding up really well today. So IBB was strong today. The biotech stocks were strong today. Housing stocks were strong today. Utilities were strong today. That's the XLU. So that was up today. And energy stocks and gold got hit again. USO oil got hit again. See, we broke through this support, and now we're headed maybe down lower. We're at 923. We're below that. So just keep that in mind. We're breaking some major support. Excuse me. And oil, for the first time in a while, has gone below $45 a share. I'm sorry, or $45 a barrel on oil. So we are below 45 on oil now. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the stocks that I'm going to have on watch for tomorrow. And I'm going to bring the 5-minute chart over too. And here's CCCR. This is the 5-minute chart today. This is pre and post market, but you see this nice push up. Then we kind of flagged, then we moved down and we pushed back up. So there's definitely some buying interest in this name. It held up most of the day on CCCR. Over 5 million shares traded. So it looks like needs to clear this 335 spot on CCCR. So I'll have this one on watch tomorrow. And the next one up is EKSO, and this one had good strength today. And you see the volume, almost 7 million shares traded in the name. Looking for it to take out. Oh, sugar daddy, wait, let me fix this. Need that for later. Okay, so we have EKSO, and we have a high today of 192. So if we can get over the high today, and maybe possible $2 break on EKSO, so this might be one to have on watch tomorrow. To be honest with you, I've never traded this stock, so I don't know how it trades intraday. So just be aware, it could be a weird trading stock. Geo did have a pop during the day today on Geo. Came all the way up to 12, was like this flash up on it. So I'll keep this one on watch. But the daily chart is not that great, but we are holding this 1150 and we're starting to turn up. We closed at 1181, so if we should get back to maybe 1195, maybe we get that $12 break on GO. Groupon GRPN starting to turn back up. We had a high, and the high on the stock of 316, looking for maybe like a 318, 320 takeout for Groupon, and also trying to get above the 20 SMA, which is at 315. So keep this GRPN on watch. GTXI, just because it's on watch, doesn't mean it's going to happen. But we got another pullback day to the 5 EMA. So we shot up, we pulled back now 2 days in a row, and they bought it over here at the 5 EMA. And so now we'll see how this sets up intraday on GTXI, see if we get some kind of consolidation play on a 5-minute or 2-minute chart. HIIQ daily looks pretty good here. Been consolidating, starting to poke its head up. Looking for, the obvious number here is that 22 break. We have a high of 22.20. If we can get back over 22.05 on HIIQ, could be a possible continuation move. HTGM, this is the one that had the news after the bell. So we popped from about, $3.10, $3 up to, let's see how high did we go here, up to $4.38. So this one will be on watch for tomorrow. I'm not going to chase it up here unless it gives me cause to chase it up there. But we'll see how this plays out on HTGM, and I showed you they had the news with OGEN with this one, so that gave it that pop. And I was actually watching this one today. I was getting some buying earlier in the afternoon, and then we had the FOMC meeting and whatnot, so took my mind off of it. HTZ is starting to turn back up. We have a high today of 1054, so maybe over that 1045, 1050 spot on HTZ. Maybe we get a continuation recovery move. IDXG, this one had some buying in the after hours. I didn't see any news. If anybody saw news, put it in the comments on IDXG. And so, you know, I'm not going by the daily chart here. I'm going by this 5-minute. We did pop up to 185, so we'll see how this sets up intraday. LINU, you know, this is an under $1 stock, but if you like to play those, a lot of volume, almost 9 million shares traded, looking to take out, you know, 55, 56 cents. Just be aware you have the 300 SMA up here, and that number is on that is at 58 cents. So, you know, if you do take it at, like, say 55, just be aware that 58 might be a resistance spot. You see it hit it here and here, and we pulled back off of it, so just be aware of that. LPCN, you know, here's the 5-minute chart, nice volume. Move today on LPCN. Here's the daily. So basically, if you can get back over maybe 403, we had a high of 405. You can wait for 405 on the name on LPCN if you want to try to trade that one. MBVX, MB as in boy, V as in Victor, X as in X-ray. We had over 600,000 shares traded, closed at 156. I mean, you see this thing is just in a major trend down, but we did get a pop today, so maybe there's a continuation move in this. Not a favorite. MTBC, tried to trade this one today, and I took like a nickel loss. You can see my trades in the other video. So, but I'll see if it wants to do something tomorrow. Over 10 million shares, almost 11 million shares traded in this MTBC. So if we get back over, you know, $2, maybe 195 will be enough. So this will be a watch. There's a lot of eyes on this one, so but we'll see. OHRP, you know, looking for that 70.70 cent break on the name. Another one of these under $1 stocks. Over 1 million shares came in. You know, if you like these names, you know, if you get over 70 cents, you might get a continuation move in OHRP. PSDV, this is the one with the insider buying in the name. PSDV. So we got the pop, and we'll see how this wants to set up intraday tomorrow. That's it on that one. I'll see how it sets up intraday. I don't really have a target, I mean a price. I guess if it takes out this, you know, this 185 congestion spot, but you know, with the market, with the futures down tonight, I have to see where it's going to open up and whatnot. You know. Next one up is PTX, and that pretty much goes for all these. You know, with the futures being down, we'll have to see where things open up in the morning. But PTX. We had a high of 477, so we're looking for that 477 to be taken out on PTX. ROX, they did have earnings, and it did pop after hours on the earnings, so this one might set up intraday on ROX. C's, I think the chairman, one of the board members left. So it's amazing how this news comes out right at, you know, this double bottom 16, and then there was news today. So it held this double bottom at 16. I mean, it's a big pop, but maybe if we can pull back to, you know, with the market being opening down possibly tomorrow in the morning on the gap down, you know, maybe 1650 holds, and we can get a continuation move in SEAS, but it is bouncing off this, you know, double bottom. Close to 5 million shares came into the name. SRNE is the last one on my list. Almost 3 million shares traded. Trying to get it back above the 50 SMA. $1.75 close. Over $1.80 might send it. The 50 SMA is $1.92. That's the blue line right here. Alright, so thank you very much for listening. This has been Zozo Stockwatch. I'm a little bit under the weather, but you know, playing hurt, but still trying to get it done for you guys. Please hit that subscribe button for me, hit the like button, retweet it out on Twitter, do whatever you like to do, but definitely hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that. And thank you very much for listening. Have a really good trading day tomorrow. See how the futures are gonna, play tomorrow. If we're gonna gap down or what we're gonna do. We could recover overnight, but just be careful. Don't rush into anything. Don't take any big losses on one trade. Okay. When you don't take a big loss, it allows you to keep trading. All right. I did a video earlier today. You can watch that video how I go into that and explain that. All right, thank you very much for listening. This has been Zozo Stockwatch, and have a great day.